Jai Gurudev and good day and welcome to our discussion to one of the most significant moments in Indian spiritual and legal history, the Ram Temple resolution. We are truly honored to have with us today an esteemed officer of the Vedic Dharma Sansthan. Alongside His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji, today we will explore the Ram Temple's significance, the role of spiritual practices like the Ram Raksha Stotram, and how both have shaped the journey towards this historical moment. Sir, let's begin with your thoughts on the Ram Temple resolution and its broader significance, Jai Gurudev, and thank you for having us. The Ram Temple issue has been a deeply emotional and spiritual matter for millions of Hindus worldwide. It is not just about a building or a structure, but the fulfillment of a long held devotion to Lord Ram, one that had endured centuries of legal, social, and political battles. The Supreme Court's historic verdict in 2019 in favor of the Ram Temple has been a milestone that has allowed us to finally honor Lord Ram in his rightful place of birth. For many, it was more than just a legal victory. It was a recognition of faith, heritage, and justice. The journey toward this resolution was long and complex, but under the guidance of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji, we always emphasize peace, respect, and dharma in every step. Gurudev, your guidance has been a pillar throughout this journey. Can you elaborate on how your spiritual teachings helped guide the process and maintain peace during such a charged and emotionally intense period? Absolutely. The Ram Temple issue was not just about a legal matter, it was a matter of faith, history, and spirituality. While the legal system took its course, we needed to ensure that the journey was filled with respect, understanding, and compassion. It was crucial that the resolution would not be based on division or conflict, but on shared values of righteousness, dharma, peace, and unity. The teachings of Lord Ram have always been a beacon for us. His life exemplifies the highest ideals of justice, compassion, and devotion to truth. Throughout the process, we reminded people that Ram represents the highest moral compass and that following his example would bring us peace. Additionally, the teachings of Yoga Vasista, a key spiritual text that I often reference, helped us understand the deeper aspects of life, patience, and justice. In the Yoga Vasista, Lord Ram learns from his Guru Vasista about navigating life's challenges, which is exactly what we needed in the context of this issue. It taught us that patience, inner peace, and a balanced mind are essential in resolving conflict. Through meditation and prayer, we sought to ground ourselves in that deeper wisdom. That is such a profound perspective, Gurudev. The legal battle was long and intense. Could you share some key moments, particularly from your role, that helped shape the outcome of the case? The entire legal process was filled with challenges, but the essence of this movement was always rooted in respect for Lord Ram and his teachings. I recall a significant moment when we were in the thick of the legal discussions. Gurudev provided guidance, stressing the importance of maintaining our composure and staying focused on the higher truth. One key moment that stands out was when we had to engage with multiple stakeholders, each with their own views. Gurudev's message was clear. While we needed to engage with the legal community, our goal was to preserve peace and unity among all communities. He guided us to ensure that we didn't just fight for the temple, but also for peace and mutual understanding. Through constant dialogue and collaboration, we made sure that the legal process reflected the spirit of Lord Ram's teachings, emphasizing reconciliation over conflict. The moment when the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the temple in 2019, it wasn't just a judicial victory, but a victory for harmony and truth. It was clear that Lord Ram's grace had guided us all. That's truly inspiring. Now, shifting our focus to the spiritual practices that sustain the movement, the Ramraksha Stotram played an essential role in this journey. Gurudev, could you elaborate on the significance of the Ramraksha Stotram and its role in this process? Yes, the Ramraksha Stotram is a powerful prayer, a hymn dedicated to Lord Ram that asks for his divine protection and blessings. The word Ramraksha means protection of Ram, and the Stotram is a declaration of surrender to his higher guidance. Reciting it is believed to bring peace, spiritual protection, and strength during the legal battle, and throughout the ongoing discussions, the Ramraksha Sutram became a spiritual anchor for us. It reminded everyone, from devotees to legal teams, that we were invoking the divine presence of Lord Ram to guide us through challenging moments. We recited this hymn regularly, reinforcing our commitment to follow Lord Ram's principles of dharma, truth, and peace. The Ramraksha Sutram is not a chant but a call to keep our minds focused on higher values, especially when emotions run dry. By reciting this stotram, we collectively aligned ourselves with Lord Ram's energy of protection and strength. It brought a sense of collective unity and peace, which was vital for ensuring that the entire process remained centered on righteousness. The Ramraksha Stotram is undoubtedly a powerful spiritual practice. How did you see its impact on the people who were part of this journey? The impact was profound. From devotees across the country to even those involved in the legal process, the Ram Raksha Stotram became a way for everyone to reconnect with their spiritual essence. In a situation where tensions were high and emotions were charged, this hymn was a source of calm and grounding. Many devotees shared that reciting the Ram Raksha Stotram helped them stay centered and focused. It not only provided them with a sense of peace but also strengthened their faith in the process. It was an affirmation that no matter how difficult the journey, the protection of Lord Ram was with us, guiding and supporting every step. Moreover, the chanting of the Ram Raksha Stotram in public space, temples, and homes became an act of collective devotion. It was a way of expressing unity irrespective of community or background. It reminded all of us that we were working towards a higher goal, one that transcended individual differences. What a beautiful manifestation of unity and faith. Looking forward, what message would you like to share with the youth of India regarding the Ram Temple and these spiritual practices? To the youth of India, I say this: the Ram Temple is more than just a structure, it is a symbol of faith, justice, and cultural heritage. Lord Ram's life was an embodiment of Dharma, truth, and the victory of righteousness over evil. These principles are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. The Ram Temple stands as a reminder that with faith, patience, and determination, we can overcome any obstacle. I urge the younger generation to connect with these teachings, to learn about Lord Ram's virtues and to incorporate them into their daily lives. Practices like reciting the Ram Raksha Stotram and reflecting on the wisdom in texts like Yoga Vasistha can provide them with spiritual guidance and clarity. In today's fast paced world where distractions abound, it is crucial to stay rooted in these ancient wisdom and traditions. The Ram Temple is a symbol of our connection to the divine, but more importantly, it is a symbol of the enduring values of peace, respect, and justice that we must uphold in our own lives. Yes, the youth are the future of our nation. I urge them to embrace these timeless values. Lord Ram's life is a guide for living a life of integrity, compassion, and strength. Through practices like meditation, prayer, and chanting, we can all tap into this divine wisdom. The Ram Temple is just a physical manifestation of this larger spiritual truth, one that will guide generations to come. Thank you, Gurudev, and thank you, sir, for sharing your deep insights with us today. This conversation has enriched our understanding of the Ram Temple resolution and the spiritual practices that played a vital role in this journey. We hope the message of peace, unity, and devotion continues to inspire us all. Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev, it was a privilege to share this moment with you. May the blessings of Lord Ram be with all of us as we continue to move forward in peace and harmony. Jai Gurudev, and good day, and welcome to this significant discussion on the Ram Temple resolution and the spiritual practices associated with it. Today, we are privileged to have with us an esteemed officer from the Vedic Dharma Sansthan and His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar Ji, a visionary spiritual leader. Together, we will delve into the Ram Temple's journey, its spiritual significance, and the role of practices such as Ram Raksha Stotram. So let's start with the core issue, the Ram Temple. The Ram Janam Bhoomi movement has a long history culminating in the 2019 Supreme Court verdict. How did you experience the resolution of this issue and its importance? Jai Gurudev, and thank you for having me. The Ram Temple issue is far more than a matter of bricks and mortar. It is a deep spiritual and emotional journey that has lasted for centuries. For millions of Hindus, this temple represents the fulfillment of a long awaited dream, the return of Lord Ram to his rightful place in Ayodhya, where his divine birth took place. The legal battle was long and complicated, but the ultimate resolution by the Supreme Court in 2019 was a historic moment that resonated deeply with millions of people. The journey was rooted in both faith and respect for legal principles. It wasn't just about a temple being built, it was about the acknowledgement of faith, culture, and the deep bond that connects Lord Ram with the hearts of millions of people worldwide. Under the leadership of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar Ji, the focus was always on maintaining peace, harmony, and mutual respect, ensuring that the process remained centered around dharma or righteousness. Gurudev, your role has been critical in maintaining peace and spiritual clarity during such a highly charged issue. Could you share your perspective on the Ram Temple movement and how it aligns with your teachings? The Ram Temple issue, like many spiritual matters, was a call for justice, not just in the legal sense, but in a deeper spiritual sense. Lord Ram represents Dharma, the ultimate truth, and the embodiment of virtues like compassion, justice, and righteousness. His life story, as depicted in the Ramayana, has been a guide for millions, offering a framework for living a life of integrity and devotion. Throughout this movement, I reminded everyone that the solution must come through a spirit of unity, peace, and respect for all. While the legal processes unfolded, we kept emphasizing that the underlying spiritual principle was the same: to act in harmony with Dharma, which includes understanding and respecting the feelings of all communities. In fact, many of the teachings we embraced in the art of living philosophy, like meditation, forgiveness, and the pursuit of inner peace, helped guide this process. We encourage people to be patient, calm, and centered, and to always seek peaceful resolution, just as Lord Ram did in his own life. That is truly insightful, Gurudev. It was not just about resolving a dispute, but about maintaining the values that Lord Ram's life embodied. Sir, you were actively involved in the legal discussions during the time. Can you share some pivotal moments that shaped the outcome of the case? Absolutely, there were many critical moments during the legal proceedings. One of the most significant was the constant dialogue and meditation efforts, where we had to bring together different stakeholders, various religious and community leaders, as well as legal experts who had differing views. The key here was not just the legal aspect, but the spiritual understanding that Lord Ram's message of peace and unity transcends all divisions. I recall a critical meeting where Gurudev emphasized that this was a moment to lead with patience and understanding, not with anger or division. His calm presence and wise counsel played a key role in guiding the stakeholders toward a peaceful resolution. A memorable moment was when we had to decide how best to present the case before the judiciary. Gurudev suggested that the focus should be on ahimsa or non-violence and satya or truth, principles that are foundational in both Hinduism and the broader Indian ethos. His insistence on maintaining a peaceful tone in all our discussions was a constant reminder that we were working towards something much larger than just a legal victory. It was about a triumph of Dharma. Ultimately, the Supreme Court's verdict in 2019, which granted the land for the construction of the Ram Temple, felt like a natural culmination of this spiritual journey. It was a victory of truth and patience, and in many ways, the legal ruling aligned perfectly with the spiritual aspirations of millions of Hindus. It is indeed a historic moment. The Ram Temple is not only a physical space, but also a symbol of faith and unity. Now, let's turn to the spiritual practices that were integral during this journey. One that stands out is the Ram Raksha Stotram. Gurudev, could you elaborate on the significance of this powerful prayer and its impact on the devotees during this time? The Ram Raksha Stotram is a profound prayer that invokes Lord Ram's protection and blessings. It is composed of verses that praise Lord Ram's divine attributes and ask for his safeguarding presence in our lives. The word Raksha translates to protection, and through this Stotram, devotees seek the Lord Ram's divine intervention to overcome obstacles and to stay rooted in Dharma during this process. The Ramraksha Stotram played an important role in keeping the minds of devotees calm and focused. It was not just a prayer, but a way of aligning oneself with the Lord Ram's energy. Every verse of the Ramraksha Stotram served as a reminder of Lord Ram's qualities, his strength, compassion, and unwavering commitment to righteousness. This helped devotees take focus on the larger goal of spiritual growth, peace, and harmony. In our meditation practices and daily routines, we encourage people to recite the Ramraksha Stotram as it invokes a sense of protection and peace. It was especially significant during moments of tension, reminding us that Lord Ram's protection is ever present. The collective recitation of this stotram also created a unified sense of devotion which kept the entire movement grounded in spirituality. That's beautiful, Gurudev. The Ram Raksha Stotram seems to be a spiritual anchor, especially in times of uncertainty. Sir, from your perspective, what impact did the recitation of the Ram Raksha Stotram have on the devotees who were involved in this movement? The impact of the Ram Raksha Stotram was profound. It wasn't just a spiritual practice, it was a collective force that brought people together in a movement that had so many emotional and legal challenges. The Ram Raksha Stotram acted as a calming influence. Devotees who chanted it experienced a sense of peace, and many shared how it helped them maintain their focus on the higher spiritual goal. The Stotram created a sense of unity and solidarity. People from all walks of life, young and old, from different parts of the country, came together to chant it. This was not just a religious exercise, it was a spiritual act that reinforced a collective resolve to uphold the values of peace, justice, and righteousness. It reminded everyone that they were not alone in this struggle, but we were united in their devotion to Lord Ram. What a beautiful testament to the power of collective devotion and faith. As we look forward, what message would you like to share with the youth of India regarding the Ram Temple, the teachings of Lord Ram, and the spiritual practices that have been part of this journey? To the youth, I would say that the Ram temple is not just a symbol of physical structure, but a symbol of the values that Lord Ram represents: truth, justice, compassion, and righteousness. These principles are timeless and relevant in every aspect of our lives today. Lord Ram's life shows us how to navigate challenges with grace, how to stand for what is right, and how to serve others selflessly. I would also encourage the youth to embrace the spiritual practices that have been a part of this journey. The Raksha Stotram, meditation, and mindfulness can all help you connect with your higher self and find peace amidst the chaos of the modern world. These practices will help you guide you through life's challenges, just as they have guided generations before us. Yes, the youth are the future. Embrace the teachings of Lord Ram and live by the values of dharma, compassion, and service to others through prayer, meditation, and self awareness. You can overcome any challenge and lead a life of fulfillment. The Ram temple is a symbol of faith, but the true temple lies in within each of us when we live by these principles. Thank you so much, Gurudev, and thank you, sir, for sharing your profound wisdom with us. This has been an enlightening conversation on the Ram temple, the role of spirituality, and the eternal guidance of Lord Ram in our lives. It's been an honor to share these thoughts. May Lord Ram's blessings guide us all toward peace and unity. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev, today we are honored to be in the presence of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar Ji, as well as an esteemed officer from the Vedic Dharma Sansthan. We will delve into the significance of Lord Ram, the Ram temple resolution, and the power of the Ram Raksha Stotram. To begin, could you share your perspective on the ongoing Ram temple movement and its deep spiritual importance? Jai Gurudev, and thank you for having me. The Ram temple in Ayodhya is not just a structure, it represents the resurgence of a centuries old reverence and faith that millions of Hindus have for Lord Ram. It's a beacon of hope, a symbol of unity, and a reflection of the values of dharma, justice, and righteousness that Lord Ram embodies. The resolution for the temple is an affirmation of the deep connection we have with our spiritual heritage. Lord Ram, through his life, has taught us invaluable lessons: courage, compassion, devotion, and above all, the unwavering pursuit of dharma or righteousness. The Ram Mandir represents a triumph of dharma over adharma and symbolizes the return of the divine presence to its rightful place. Absolutely, Lord Ram's significance transcends physicality. His teachings resonate in all aspects of life. Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar Ji, could you please elaborate on the spiritual meaning of Lord Ram in this context? Lord Ram is not just a historical figure but a spiritual essence. Ram means light or radiance. It signifies the inner illumination that resides within each of us. It's about discovering that light within, the Ram that we all possess. Ram is the embodiment of truth, and his life shows us how to live with honor, integrity, and dedication. When we recite the Ram Raksha Stotram or chant his name, it is not just a ritual, it's a practice to awaken that inner light. Just as Lord Ram protected his devotees, his name and his teachings continue to offer us protection and guidance in our lives. That's beautifully put, Gurudev. The Ram Raksha Stotram is an excellent example of how spiritual practices provide protection. This stotra is believed to shield the devotee from all physical and spiritual dangers. It's a prayer that invokes Lord Ram's divine protection and grace. The stotra's powerful verses remind us that by keeping Lord Ram in our hearts and minds, we stay connected to the divine energy that sustains the universe. It teaches us resilience and helps us overcome the trials of life. That's a powerful insight. You mentioned how the language itself plays a role in this divine connection. There are many words in English that are derived from Sanskrit. Can you elaborate on that? Absolutely. As you know, much of the English language is influenced by Sanskrit, and this connection isn't often acknowledged. For example, the word radiation or ray comes from the Sanskrit word rishmi, which means light. Similarly, when months of the year and other terms have their roots in Sanskrit, the very language of communication is often a bridge to understanding deeper spiritual truths. In fact, our understanding of Lord Ram can be enriched by recognizing that Sanskrit, the language in which much of the Vedic and spiritual knowledge was imparted, carries within it the resonance of ancient wisdom. It is no surprise that many spiritual concepts are lost in translation when we move away from Sanskrit, which captures the essence of the teachings more effectively. Yes, exactly. Language is a subtle yet a powerful way to connect with the deeper truths of life. The words we use shape our thoughts and influence our actions, and knowledge embedded in Sanskrit helps us tap into a higher consciousness. And through reciting prayers like the Ram Raksha Stotram, we align our consciousness with divine principles. It is fascinating how spirituality, language, and culture intersect as we move forward in understanding Lord Ram's teachings and the Ram Mandir's significance. It is clear that they are part of a larger spiritual awakening. Can you explain how these aspects can help strengthen individual spiritual growth? Spiritual growth comes from the integration of knowledge, practice, and devotion. The Ram Mandir is more than just a place of worship. It serves as a reminder that we too can build the temple of divinity within our hearts, regularly engaging in spiritual practices like chanting the Raksha Stotram, meditating on Lord Ram's qualities, and reflecting on his life helps purify the mind and strengthen one's inner resolve. When we connect with the divine through the sound of his name or through prayer, we start to embody these qualities of compassion, wisdom, and truth. This transformation is the essence of spiritual growth. That's right. True growth happens when we cultivate mindfulness, gratitude, and love in every action. Lord Ram's life was an example of perfect adherence to Dharma, and by meditating on him, we can learn to navigate our own lives with a greater clarity and peace. It's about learning to live with humility, resilience, and a deep sense of connection with all beings. As we practice these teachings, not just through words but through actions, we can make the world a better place. Ram Mandir therefore stands as a symbol of this collective awakening. Thank you, Gurudev, for those profound words. The connection between Lord Ram's teachings, the Ram Temple, and the practice of spiritual disciplines like chanting the Raksha Stotra is deeply transformative. As we conclude this enlightening discussion, is there anything you would like to leave our listeners with? My humble message would be this: connect with the light within you. Lord Ram is that light, and by honoring his teachings, we not only find peace but also become instruments of peace in the world. Let us all strive to live by the principles of Dharma, guided by love, compassion, and truth. I would like to add the construction of the Ram temple is not just about a physical structure, but about constructing a spiritual edifice within ourselves. It is an opportunity for us to rediscover our roots, our heritage, and our connection to the divine. May we all embrace divine wisdom and work towards a peaceful, prosperous world. Thank you, Gurudev, and the esteemed officer, for this thought-provoking conversation. May Lord Ram's blessings continue to guide us all. Jai Gurudev, Jai Shri Ram. Thank you.